Hi guys, welcome back to part 2 of the garden tour. It's getting dark, it's getting windy, it rained almost the whole afternoon, and I wanted to do this video today because I've finally got my voice back. I suffered a terrible cough and my voice was gone the longest. It's still raspy and a bit crispy, but I'm sure you guys will be able to hear me. So we're starting in this bed. In here are the beans. I don't quite know the variety of these beans, but these are the beans that we grow almost every year. It's the same beans that I love so much that we eat with peels, and we love them. I think the whole family loves them. Toby loves them, Gabi loves them, right? The funny thing about my beans this year is you can see they are sprawling around, but none of them have a single bloom. I'm not sure whether it's just how they grow, because last year it wasn't like this, or whether perhaps it's too much nitrogen in my beds. So I might be coming through and putting through a fertilizer for flowers and fruits. Behind me, more beans, but these beans are the what are these? White speckled beans?
I think that's what you said the last time, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you said.
Yes, so these are the same beans I used in my other video to make oshigari, and we love them so much. They are much younger than the other ones, so you can see the difference. But yeah, and then in the bed next is the roselle hibiscus that have grown very much unevenly. I have tried to transplant some of them. They didn't grow that well. The bed in which we put them this year is not the best bed in my garden, to be honest, and I don't think we prepared it that well. But roselle hibiscus is resilient, so I think it's gonna be just fine. It had mealybugs, but now it's getting better. I see Mr. here is trying to show you the pumpkin, and there is our
Trusty gooseberry.
yes, and it's coming back very well after we cut it back, and no more mealybugs. So from here we're just harvesting, baby.
And look at this pumpkin. This is basically a whole ecosystem. Oh, and look. What a beautiful flower.
So we're doing part 2, guys. I'm not supposed to be showing you the parts we did in part 1, although these were also part of them. But I see Mr. is getting carried away because of the beautiful zinnia and the humongous pumpkin.
Look at this.
Also, the thing with that pumpkin is it's blooming very well, but it hardly has any fruits, guys. Anyways, back to our trellis. So squash, more pumpkin squash. Our pumpkin squash is growing well, but if you compare this with that side, you would see the difference. These ones are doing much better, obviously, because there's compost on this side. The other ones are not. So that the garden, the soil quality here is not so good. And you can see these ones are trellising, and I'm hoping that this is the year that we get to have pumpkins on our trellis, guys.
Hanging around.
Exactly, because that's why I got the trellis in the first place. But I don't know, it seems like we are unlucky in pumpkins, but I'm hoping that this year we're going to do better.
Wait.
I mixed my seeds. One of these pumpkins here is a pumpkin that Topi was given by Marlo.
Oh,
Our
that's
last
big.
seed. Yes, our last seed.
And he gave me 5 of those seeds.
Yep, and none of them produced. So our last seed is somewhere here. So I really want to take very, very good care of these pumpkins, because I want to see it come to life and give us one of those beautiful pumpkins. The poles are still here to hold it up. I tried to remove the pole the other day and realized that it's still coming down. So we might need to keep these poles in for longer. But I have decided that after this year, after this season actually, during winter, I'm taking down this trellis, and I will try to put up a professionally done trellis that is probably going to be another material that is not so rusty, because this is now rusted. It doesn't look so good. It makes the backyard look so ugly in my eyes. So I think I want something much more beautiful,
fresh.
yeah, more fresh, more beautiful, more aesthetically pleasing, and that's what I'm going for. So yeah, we will be taking this down.
Wait, but mom, one question. If you say the pumpkins are hanging there, and what if one trellis is on top and a pink pumpkin is hanging there and you're just standing there? What happens if the pumpkin falls on your head?
Then I'll become pumpkin head, I guess. Anyways, so here we are. This bed here was for our green beans. How many green beans did we get, Kobe?
Just a
One.
few.
Just one. And then we came through. Oh my goodness, sorry guys.
But I can really see the difference between
Yeah.
all of those beans and that one green
Yeah,
bean.
so you can see this one is a deeper green, and the leaves are kind of shiny. They're having kind of that rubbery
They are very broad.
layer. Yeah, and then this one is much lighter green and it's not as shiny as the other.
So that's
yeah.
the odd one out.
Yes. So yeah, the other ones germinated very well. So I guess we are going to have a lot of beans this year. In here, these were tomatoes. They're actually tomatoes. What do I mean were? So there are those that germinated, some of this. So this here are 4, and I'm just waiting for more rain to transplant this to the other parts. Those are also 4, the smaller ones. The big one is the 5th. There are 2 plants here. Where are the others? Oh, okay, 1 here, and I guess those other ones died out. I came through yesterday and just tried to weed
out.
And there's a lot of flowers, like this funny flower. The funny thing this year is that we did not plant any sunflowers. We were hoping that sunflowers will come back on their own, and guys, they didn't.
We should plant them. We need some seeds to eat.
Yes, yes, I did plant some in
Thank
the
gosh.
sweet potato bed. So far I checked and I only saw one
One.
germinating. So I think I might have to go and replant again. In here, oh, let me just get rid of
Oh, and mom, could you quickly say the variety of these tomatoes that you put in here?
Those were mixed varieties, so I can't really say what they came. So we have some, so in here we have some beefsteak tomatoes, we have some raw packet mix, we have yeah.
But didn't one say the
So-
money maker?
No, the money maker is the next one that I got from a nursery, but these ones that we planted ourselves were just a mixture. I actually love planting the mixture of tomatoes because of the surprise that you get when you're harvesting. It's just, you never know what you'll get. So I love the beauty of that.
It's basic.
But I also said that I will never plant my beefsteaks. And this year, because I love big peppers, big tomatoes, I decided I'd give it a go again. I'm glad that it's raining better because I'm hoping that I'll get a harvest this year. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, mixed varieties are basically a kid's toy pack for adults and kids and the elderly. But it takes so many months and you have to care for it after you buy them.
This boy just called me an elderly.
I
Did you
didn't
hear
call
that?
you elderly.
What did you say?
I said adults.
And
I'm not saying you are the elderly one.
anyway, in here, the tomatoes. All these tomatoes I got from a nursery. The variety is called Moneymaker. It grew very, very fast. We pruned off the lower branches, but that's all we did. Okay, this one also need to go. And the lower leaves. But after that, I see this one is having 3 branches now. This is also having 3, and they are blooming.
Yay!
They seem to be big tomatoes just by looking at the blooms. They are definitely not cherry tomatoes. I have not looked up what variety Moneymaker looks like, so maybe it's time I should. There are a lot of volunteer potatoes. Oh, sorry guys. A lot of volunteer potatoes that are growing. I have been snipping them back, but now that my potatoes are grown, I'm not gonna do so anymore. There's also a volunteer onion. The tomato here is growing very slow. And another potato that I keep snipping back, and it keeps coming back stronger than my tomato.
Did you just snap the pumpkin?
It didn't snap. No. I wanted to show them this kafani fruit. I don't know what variety it is, but yeah, there it is. So we are hoping that we'll be getting our own tomatoes from here very soon. Do you want to give this to
This part.
take over?
I am honored. So, in this bed, we have our. Is it sweet corn or just corn? I think it's
I
just
think this is sweet corn.
some. We have
Yes,
some,
because corn is on the other side. This is sweet corn.
So we have some sweet corn in here. They actually look quite big and beautiful. I like how they're done in my previous bed, but now I switched it to the bed over there. I'll show that to you later. And what a surprise! Amaranth, volunteer amaranth. They go everywhere.
I think that should be a warning, guys. Once you grow amaranth in your garden, it's a disease. It stays and
It's
it
big.
dominates your garden.
So we have our peppers and surprisingly our beans, and a dahlia. There we go. So mostly we have our paprika peppers, our mini bells, and just look how beautiful these paprikas are. Pretty. The best. We also got some big jacks. I think this plant is one. They're not as big as jacks should be.
Yeah, and guys, I tasted one. The one we harvested, I tasted it because I was wondering whether they are sweet or they are hot. They're extremely sweet. Very,
Wow.
very sweet.
And look
And
at this.
look at the beauty.
The one that took the show. That stole it. Oh. And what do we have here? A tag. California Wonders, which should be this plant over
No, the
here.
smaller ones that I transplanted.
Oh, these small ones.
Those. So all the small plants in here are California ones that we decided to put in. There's a zinnia there that I'm living in because I love their flowers. And then we have this ugly bean that is also taking over the pathway with 0 blooms.
Blooms.
What is happening this year?
So look, paprika is literally the host of this whole garden bed. We have our Tabasco pepper, which mostly everyone in this house hates.
Except me. I
Okay.
simply don't eat it because I have kids.
Okay. I don't like Tabasco pepper. Too spicy. When you touch it and rub your eyes, it gets spicier, and I learned it the hard way. Never do that.
Okay, onto your bed.
Yay! And my time to shine. So this is my bed, and to me it really looks, it looks very empty. But we have a little sponge bed there, over here. After it got crushed, it's like so healthy and so happy now. And look at this ginormous gooseberry. I bet it's almost like the size of my body when I'm sitting down. And yeah, this bed is mostly empty. Just weeds. I'll weed those out. An onion, some beans, minis.
Yeah, I think we are actually gonna come through here, and we are gonna add. We are gonna replant.
The basil.
I don't think the basil. I think the spinach, beetroot, and green beans, and carrots. The good thing is that the onions I tried and they're still in there. That's a good part. But we have to reseed or replant. And there's one of your onions.
Yay!
Doing very, very well actually.
That's the firstborn of our onion patch.
Yeah.
My onion patch. And right on the side, these pesky weeds that are enjoying life in the bricks. Wow, guys. I don't know how a plant could grow in there, but I'm not gonna judge them because they're not in the bed. They're in the barrier of the bed, which is basically outside the bed, meaning they can just have a great time. If they're just interfering too much in this bed, I'll take them out.
Ouch.
And
So here we are having a guava plant which I plucked all the leaves off. I don't know, I think this one suffered a lot of heat stress in December. It was very hot, and it died on the tips, but it's a good plant with so many branches, but it just didn't respond. Despite all the rain we've had, it still is not responding very well. So I decided to pluck off the leaves. It's getting better. Let me just hope by the end of this season it have gotten really healthy, because guavas are some of those plants that are killed off by frost in my area, and I'm afraid if it doesn't make a recovery now, it's going to get killed off by frost. So I'm crossing my fingers. Sponspec. Let's hope it does something.
what is the other name for sponspec? The English name?
It's a cantaloupe.
A cantaloupe. I almost thought it was a caterpillar. That's what I used to call it sometimes. Cause I was just confused.
Here, one of my favorite mango plants that I planted this year, and I love this specific plant because it was so very well pruned. It had beautiful branches. It grew for a while and then it stopped to gain its energy. It has started growing again.
It was
And
dormant.
yeah, this plant's leaves, guys, its leaves are so long, extremely long. Hey, and I have very huge hands, but it's extremely long. So I'm very keen to see the fruits. I bet it's gonna have very beautiful fruits.
From the beginning of the stem. It's
And this one was grown from seed, so it's gonna take a bit longer to fruit.
Yeah.
Look at these, guys.
Pumpkins
Look
are
at this.
enjoying.
Yes, and this specific one keeps invading my neighbor's yard. We got a new neighbor, so I hope she doesn't end up hating me because my plants are taking over her yard. I have tried to control this specific pumpkin, but I see it has a branch with like a small pumpkin in her yard again, guys.
With a small pumpkin.
Yes.
I bet she's having some pumpkin on it.
Let's hope she's still not mad at us for our plant invading her yard, you know. Anyways, our papaya, our only female papaya plant with flowers that keeps dying off. Guys, what should I give this plant? Because I
Fruit and
need
flower
some
fertilizer.
I think so too, because I don't need it to produce some fruits this year, but the way it's looking, I don't know whether we'll get anything. Oh, hi Gabs, you want to come?
Say hi.
What happened to your shoes? You're on camera. Okay.
At least hi.
Hi guys. You got your hair done? Who did your hair? Tell the people, who did your hair?
Mr. Crowley.
Who's Mr. Crowley?
You.
You calling me Mr. Crowley on camera? Guys, So one of Gabi's favorite movies is
Sing and Sing too.
and Sing 2. And she's been calling my husband and I and my mom Miss Crowley
And me.
and everybody else. So I guess she just called me Miss Crowley on camera. I'm going to insert a picture of Miss Crowley and then you judge whether I really look like Miss Crowley or not. But hey, you rascal, don't call me Miss Crowley on camera.
Hold up, guys. This papaya, is it a pawpaw or a papaya?
Papaya.
Yeah, isn't this a pawpaw?
Yeah, we call it pawpaw. In other countries, a pawpaw is a different fruit, but in my country, pawpaw and papaya, we use them interchangeably for the same fruit.
Oh, okay. So this papaya used to be like my ribs. Look at it. It have outgrown me in a few months.
December was very good for this papaya plant.
I will get you next time.
Never. So we were showing you this humongous pumpkin that so far I have only seen one fruit.
My
But
days.
it's so beautiful. I'm not complaining, honestly. So this this pumpkin also doesn't have many fruits. So I'm gonna try also and fertilize it and see. And I almost missed my favorite mango.
The Tommy
My second favorite
Atkins.
mango. Yes, this is a Tommy Atkins mango that we got from the nursery. This specific one is grafted. My frustration is that since we came back and it started raining very, very well, it has not grown a single inch, you know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know whether I need to fertilize it. The stem, however, have gotten a bit bigger. Yeah, it has gotten bigger, so I'm not complaining. But it's not growing anymore. Like
It's
the other one
dormant.
is catching up to this, but I don't think that's how tall or how big this one was supposed to be. I also like this specific one because it has beautiful branches also. And I expected that with good rainfalls, we will get at least some flowers or 1 or 2 fruit on this plant in December. I'm not so positive anymore.
It have just gone dormant,
Yeah.
but
This
it's
one
really
here is a male papaya. Here are the flowers of the male papaya, a lot of them on one branch. Do you want flowers? Ooh, smell them. How do they smell?
They smell the biscuit.
Oh, guys, really?
Do they really smell good? I gotta try this. It smells like pawpaw juice.
It smells really good. Wow.
It smells like
Yeah.
pawpaw juice. We shouldn't have plucked it out.
And so, guys, my initial thoughts were to actually eliminate this plant.
And make it female.
And I decided otherwise simply because I'm not watering it. It's getting fed by the rain for now. In this specific place, actually all the places where the papayas are, I'm not planning to put anything else there, otherwise my plants are going to be too cluttered. So those spaces for now are going to remain open. I'm just going to be putting plants that don't have a long life, like papayas, maybe a banana, perhaps sugarcane. Yeah, those are the things that I'll be putting there. So for now, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm not gonna water it, not even in our summer months. I'm not protecting it in winter. So it's up to it to fend for itself. If it gets killed off by frost, survival of the fittest. If it survives winter, fine. If it survives summer, fine. If it dies, fine also.
So the 3 finds.
Right here, guys, is one of my most prolific butternut. Gabi, do you want to stand here for now? Please stand here, okay? Don't go down. Don't fall, okay? I wanted to show you guys, after harvesting from this butternut, look, it is back with so many. But this is nothing yet. Let me show you the biggest butternut I'm seeing on this plant so far.
Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Oh, that is so sweet.
And there are so many squash bugs. Ooh. But it's so huge, guys. Really, really huge. And it makes me so happy to see that it's still producing. So I don't know how many bananas we already got. Did we get 5 or 7 off? No, 5, 6. No, yeah, 6. We actually already got 6 banana fruits off here. So let's see how many we are gonna get off after the season. All I know is that this is one of my favorite, actually my favorite variety for now, because of how prolific it is.
Yeah, you're drinking rainwater off
Here
an orange.
is anarchy that is still growing well, that have so many branches, that I love so much. I think in the whole yard, this is my favorite plant so far, because it have been so hardy. Yes, because of the growth, it have grown very well, never really gave us problems. It was attacked by worms, but it came back beautifully. Like, it doesn't give me problems, and I'm really happy.
You know
I
what?
want to see whether I'll be seeing flowers on this specific one this year, or it will be
Next
too
year.
small. But you can see that it have grown a lot since we planted it.
Yeah. My favorite plant in this whole garden is technically the pawpaw that's taller than me.
Oh, okay, guys, and here, rosemary, lemongrass, lemongrass, some aloe veras, and some few
Butternut?
watermelons. In
The
here
last top.
was my fig plant
Disappointment.
that died, and at this point I have decided I'm either putting in here a nectarine or a prune or an apricot or a plum, so
Or
in
an
that
apple?
stone family. Sorry,
Or an
no,
apple?
an apple. Your father said he's taking care of the apple and he's going to
Okay.
put it there. So here is his spaces. And apple, I won't plant an apple just because he requested. He's the one who wants to do the apple. So here, prune, apricot, nectarine, peach.
Stone family
Yes,
plants.
stone family. And something that I could make beautiful gem of. And also because we really love the stone fruits.
Yeah, that's true.
When they come in my house,
It finishes.
1 kg of plums in my house would last a single day, if not controlled. If controlled, 2 or 3 days, and it's finished. Guys, this was part 2 of my garden. I've shown you everything that is growing in this garden this year. So thank you so much. I know that I have not been very consistent with uploading of videos this year. I'm busy. I got sick. I don't know, but for some reason I just feel like there is so much happening around me, but because I don't have a dedicated good camera, and I don't really have a camera person to handle my phone for me, I end up not shooting that much. Or sometimes work, I get back from work very late. By the time I want to shoot, it's either windy or the sun have gone down and it's dark. My mic died, so I'm back to shooting without a mic. I had 2 pairs, but my husband took the other one with him. So I think I have to look for a camera and a mic, and hopefully get better at taking videos myself, so I don't need a camera person, and then I'll bring you more content. Otherwise, thank you so much for being with us. From Gabi and I, it's Gabi, say bye.
Bye,
Cheers.
Mr. Kali.
Hey, say bye to the people, not to me.
Bye, families.
Exactly.